Here's an uncomfortable question. Of all the leads that your business got this week, how many actually made it onto your calendar? Probably fewer than you would like. So if you're losing deals because your team can't reach out to the leads in time, this video is for you. In the next 5 minutes, I'll explain what an AI appointment setter is, how it books meetings, inbound and outbound, and whether it can really replace the person doing that job today. So let's get into it. First, let's clear up what this thing actually is. An AI appointment setter is a voice agent whose entire job is turning interest into booked meetings. It's not a task, but it's a fully fledged role. To make things completely clear, AI appointment setters are not scheduling links like, for example, Calendly. They are AI voice agents that get on the phone and book the meetings through an actual conversation you might have. It calls the lead or it picks up the phone when they call in, and it figures out if they are fit. They would check your live calendar and they would offer real slots that are free. They would also lock one in and send a confirmation through SMS, for example. A whole booking would start to finish without a human touching it. But how does it pull it off? So there are two directions, right? There's outbound, where a lead would fill out a form or land on your list somehow, and instead of waiting for an actual rep to get to that list, the AI appointment setter reaches out to that person in seconds. It would open the conversation, it would qualify the lead based on whatever criteria you've set, and only then reach for the calendar booking. In the case of inbound calls, when somebody calls you, that same brain is flipped. It would pick it up on the first ring, it would understand what they're calling about and all the context that the caller is feeding it, and if there is a meeting to book, it would book it on the spot. And it does all this in 60 languages on hundreds of calls at once. And if a lead would switch a language mid-call, for example, to Spanish, if your voice agent is switched to that, it would just roll with it and change the language. But the real question is, how would this compare to an actual human that you employ? We are definitely better at the messy and skeptical stuff, like oddball objections or, reading the room, understanding the flow of the conversation. AI still really isn't that good at it, but the number that actually matters is the speed to lead conversion. A human person only works 8 hours a week, right? It makes one call at a time and then has to sleep, has to eat, has to go to the gym, work out. An AI appointment setter closes that gap. It hits every lead in seconds at any hour and at any volume, which doesn't make it better than an SDR. It makes it a completely different category. So now you get what an AI appointment setter does. The last piece is where it actually lives inside your business, and that's where CloudTalk comes in. An AI appointment setter is only as good as the two things it plugs into, which is your calendar and your CRM. CloudTalk's AI voice agent, for example, isn't just a bot that's bolted onto your phone. It's built into the whole phone system, synced with your CRM. So the AI knows who's calling the second the phone rings. It would qualify it against your real criteria and book it into the correct rep's live calendar, log the whole call automatically at the same time. So your team would wake up in the morning to a calendar that's filled with warm leads overnight. This isn't just theory, we ran it on ourselves. CloudTalk get thousands of leads our own team never had time to call. So we pointed an AI voice agent at it to ask a few qualifying questions and book a follow-up with anyone interested. That one agent called over 6,000 of those written off leads, held 997 real conversations, and turned them into almost 3,000 euros worth of a pipeline. So if you want to try this onto your own phone line, there is a free CloudTalk trial in the comments down below. You don't need a credit card and you can set it up in a few minutes. Go try it out and see if it holds up to what I'm saying. If this cleared things up for you, hit the like button and subscribe. We break down AI for business phones almost every week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.